Hello and welcome to the Futro Hidden Movie Gems podcast. I'm your host, Ty Spiker Christensen. Ah, he's left
Was
his
that a
mark on
sneeze?
you.
You kind of cut out. Oh, yeah. The
No,
spit.
it's a hockaloogie or something. And we've got Jordan Christensen on the podcast.
Wait, that's like Ace Ventura. Doesn't he spit in his face?
Absolutely.
What does he
I
say? Like,
like you. Why aren't I the popular one?
I the popular one. Um, Tool.
You are my tool.
You are my
I'll use
tool.
you like a
How do you
tool.
put? How could you betray me? You tool.
My own tool betrayed me. And we've got Cameron Mickle on the podcast.
I have my own clan.
I also
Mm.
I don't know how to quote that little rat guy. That part actually
Yeah,
made me
I'm
laugh.
I'm really interested to hear Cameron's thoughts about this because it it's not like Prey. So
Like this is like actually good.
I
Oh, it's
disagree. I like
snap.
Prey, so it's fine. I
Shots
don't
fired.
care. We like different films.
All right, today we're getting into it. Everyone's a little salty today. All right, we are discussing Predator Badlands.
Uh,
This movie came out in 2025. I don't know if it's still in theaters. Probably is, but you guys have seen it somehow, so they went straight to streaming as quick as they could. And it's rated PG-13. So everyone on this podcast that's Mormon, have at it. This movie was written by Dan Trachtenberg. Trachtenberg.
he did 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is really good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's got Ellie Fanning twice. Demetrius. It's got Demetrius Schuster Koloamangtangi. I'm guessing he played the Predator. And Ravi Narayan. I think that's pretty much it. Wasn't there? Who was the villain? Trying to remember who it was. Was it somebody I
The girl.
recognize? Oh, it was Ellie Fanning twice.
Yeah,
I was like, there's another actress that played the
she was
villain.
she was the tool and she was also the
She's
villain.
the tool and the villain. So I guess she was the tool twice. Guys, this movie, if you don't know what this is about, it's a young predator. Okay, just to clarify for any listeners, predator is a type of alien, very unfortunately named. I've never really cared for the t title predator, but anyway, supposed to be this bad A type of alien
Oh,
that
there it's
kills and
really funny.
hunts.
There's a video to catch a predator and the tr like a video trailer and all the comments in underneath the video are like wrong predator because they were looking for the movie.
That's really funny. Yeah, what's
They're
his name? That's not stuck. I always want to say Chris Stuckman. What's his name? It's yeah, what's the guy that does the Catch a Predator show? I'll think of it in a minute. It's
oh,
bothering
I
me.
don't know.
Anyway, he comes and sits down with like the actual predator. It's just really funny to me. What is your intention? What were you here to do today? And they're always like, "Oh man, I just
Was that a Family
look."
Guy skit or something?
No, no, like catching a predator. Literally, what's his
No,
face
but I'm
comes
saying
out.
I
Oh,
know, but then didn't they do like they had the predator and didn't he like show up to that?
I'm sure someone's made that joke,
Yeah.
and yeah, yeah, get AI to do that joke for you now. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh, I already told you this, but Dad said it to me again. I showed him one of my videos, and he's like, "Why didn't you just make it with AI?" All my little stop motion videos.
yo, why are you putting all this effort in when you could just have AI do it for you, dude? That's literally the new Matilda. What you want some pencils or a movie editor program?
What do you want a
What are you
book
gonna
when you
do
got
that for?
television
When you can have an
sitting in
AI that
front of
just
you?
does it right in front of you. So funny. Oh, that's too bad. Well,
Which is just funny because he's of the older generation, so you think they would like fight for art, but they're just like, eh.
no way, dude. They're like, this is great. I could have my whole life summarized with a cartoon. Oh yeah, yeah. All right, we're cooked, as the young people say. Guys, let's get into Predator Badlands. So what I was saying when my recap is this type of alien, total hunter predator is probably a better way. This young predator outcast. Sorry, it's just funny. The word predator just has a lot of funny connotation to it. A young predator outcast from his clan finds an unlikely ally on his journey in search of the ultimate adversary,
Which Predator is your favorite movie? I'm
which
curious.
was all the creatures he killed along the way. Was that?
Ranking the Predator movies, which ones are your favorite?
I'd probably say like the original and then this one. Um,
Um,
yeah, I'd probably rank this one as number two.
no, 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 no.
Is there a better Predator movie than well,
That's
there
What do
aren't
you
any
rank?
Predators I like.
What's your ranking, Jordan?
I'd
Yeah.
probably do this one and then Alien versus Predator because I'm a geek.
Wait.
Uh,
So you would say this one, Predator Badlands, is the best?
no, sorry, Predator, like the
Okay,
Predator,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
original. And then, so I think we all agree that the original one with Arnold Schwarzenegger is the best. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the rest like are just kind of fun popcorn flicks that I wouldn't say they're any like.
So it sounds
You
like you agree with me.
first Predator is like I'm so confused.
I mean, like I didn't say this is miles above any of the other ones, but to be honest, I've only seen
Well,
the original, this one, and like 2 minutes of the other one where Adrian Brody falls out of the sky is all I
I'm just saying
remember.
I like Prey better than this one, and I know
Mm.
you guys don't agree, and that's fine. I
I
don't care.
haven't seen Prey, so no worries.
And I know Cameron only likes the trailer for Predators, but I actually enjoyed it the first time I saw it. But it does not. It's not a great rewatch, but I enjoyed it the first
Doesn't
time.
hold up.
I just like Lawrence Fishburne when he's like, "I'm alive." He's like crazy out of his mind, whack.
Awesome. Well, let's get into what was like watching this movie for the first time and rewatching it for the podcast. Let's start with you, Kim.
Watching it for the pod was the first time watching it for me, and I was pretty impressed just because Um, I mean, I really enjoyed the first Predator, and then I've just the more I've watched, the less I like of the series, and so like I was like super excited for Predators, and then really disappointed with that, and then I was like decently excited for Prey, and then kind of disappointed in that, and so with this, I was like, oh boy, we'll see. But I was pretty impressed. Like it got me decently interested in kind of like I was glad that they weren't trying to like hide what the predator is and that it was just like from the beginning. And it was also interesting um to like actually be rooting for the predator and also be like, oh well, he's being picked on. He's a nice predator. Like
Yeah,
See,
he's
I
being
know you
bullied
keep
by the other
saying
mean
they
predators.
hid him, but like that's what he does. He stalks his prey, and he's literally can turn invisible. So I don't know. Like that's what he does is he hides and then he slaughters his victims.
Yeah, but
So
this one was weak and feeble, and he wanted to prove
Jordan's
himself.
trying to defend prey.
no, this one it's like this one went like all out geeky sci-fi, like follow the and it's interesting. I'm glad they took a different turn. It's fun, different, but like Prey is a lot like the original Predator. Like I think it's one of the closest to it. So it's just like
Yeah, I guess that's why I felt like it was just dumb because it was like we already have this and it was better, and so that's why I just felt like that's why because I felt like the suspense of Predator, the first one, is you're like, what the heck is out here killing all these people? Whereas
oh,
like
interesting.
with
That's not why I like it, but I see that. That's interesting.
whereas like Prey, I felt like it was like, oh, what's out here in the wilderness with her? And I'm like, well, I mean, I already know what it is. So
Yeah.
and I know that that's not necessarily the reason, but that's why to me it's like a little bit of the less is more. But that's why I like this one that I was like, no, we're just going to be seeing the predator the entire show and see his interactions. And honestly, reminded me a little bit of the monster, like the big monster, kind of reminded me of Edge of Tomorrow, like
Mm.
the monsters from Edge of Tomorrow and how they like kind of reconstruct or whatever. And they could do it through a kind of like time or whatever, but yeah, I was surprised at how invested I was early on. I was like, oh, I thought the dynamic between the brothers was fun.
I actually thought of Hercules. Oh, I'm not with the head slicing thing. He's just like kept
Yeah.
regrowing.
Oh yeah, with the Hydra. But yeah, that's what I think what was I was most impressed with was like the first 15 minutes, like kind of um like like got me invested, and I was like, okay, yeah, I actually care what happens to this kid. And I don't know if the execution was
Are you
amazing.
talking about the robot or the predator? Sorry, you said kid.
The little predator. I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
His
he's
brother
the
gets
he's
slain by his own
the
father, and his father's
Oh,
like, I disown you. And you're like, let's get revenge.
well,
Let's get the
and then his
monster and
brother
come back the
sacrificing
hero.
himself so that like his brother can have the opportunity to be redeemed is just cool.
it's
And I
just
was
weird
like,
to call the predator a kid. That's why I was a little thrown off. So
what other kid is there in this movie,
Well, I thought
Jordan?
you were talking about the girl because she's like a young
An
robot.
She's like
adult?
only this tall, Cameron. She's
Yeah,
half of
well,
a
she's half
body.
of half a body.
Oh, it's good stuff. I guess she played three parts in this because she's in half most of the movie. So
Yeah, her legs does do like a ton of fighting. It's pretty funny. Has
she
its
did
like own
like
personality.
Mr. Incredibles or Mrs. Incredible or whatever. Yeah, fight sequence with the legs. I don't know. I just remember that from The Incredibles when
There's a
Mrs.
lake.
Incredible stretched across the hallway. You know
Oh,
that.
you're right. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's a
Yeah,
good.
there's like
Took me
funny
a second. I was like, she can't break in half.
women be kicking is what I'm saying. All right,
I was
so
thinking more Beetlejuice when he like touches the girl's legs because she's like in half, and then she like slaps him or something.
nice.
Um, who's
Um,
going?
well, Cameron was just in the middle of saying
Oh,
how it was
sorry. Yeah,
singing.
Cameron.
Yeah.
Sorry, keep talking.
I mean, I like I'll just wait to get to my favorite things, but I was just impressed and like how invested I got early on, and kind of thought it was interesting to kind of humanize like these monsters that originally were just like these are the scariest kind of like creepiest things, but you kind of understand like, oh, they're kind of like this is kind of a culture, and like it almost felt like just a culture that I didn't understand, which I felt like was cool, kind of interesting, and it made me more invested instead of just being like, oh, this is just bad. It like it just kills to kill. It's like, oh no, this is like it's a honor thing to like kill an extremely like dangerous animal and bring back that as like it's like acceptance into the clan.
Mm.
It reminds me of like Viltrumites almost, where it's like you need to conquer this planet, and that's like acceptance
So,
into it.
Cameron,
Killing kill.
are you saying like villains can be recontextualized?
The,
From
well,
my point of
yeah.
view, the Jedi are evil.
Well, Cameron's not as much of a geek as me when it comes to Predator. Like I've watched all of them, and they kind of dive into that in the other ones. So this might be like new to you, but because you've said you've only seen Predator, Predators, and I mean, I guess
Prey
they kind of
and
build the
Predator
universe a little
Badlands.
bit
How many Predator
with
movies are
Predators.
there? Am I missing? Like, how many Predator movies? Is there only three?
Predator, Predator 2, Alien versus Predator, Alien versus Predator 2, um, and then Prey, this one, so
Uh,
that's six. And
that's
then
six movies.
I think I'm missing one. Predators. Did I say Predators already? No, that's
Predator straight to
seven.
DVD.
See, but see, Jordan. So I've seen four of the seven. I think that's like a large majority of them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
because
got me beat. I've
it's
seen
of what
three
it
now.
is.
Yeah, well, two's garbage anyways, but
Instead of saying I ain't got time to bleed, it's just like I ain't got time to watch all the Predator movies. All
well,
right.
I've watched them multiple times because I'm a
Well,
geek
let's
to
hear
this
it,
point.
Jordan. What was it like watching Badlands for
Uh,
you?
enjoyed it. The only I lied. There's eight because there's another one on Hulu. It's an animation. I haven't seen it yet. Um,
Does that count? Is that a real movie?
yes, it counts. Oh,
I don't know that counts the franchise, but I'll let it slide.
um, it's canon. Uh,
Yeah, well, was the Alien show canon, Jordan?
I don't. I haven't watched it yet. I still need to watch that too. Um, wait, what do you ask? What was it like?
Uh,
Oh, so
just about your experience, yeah, watching it.
um, yeah, I enjoyed it. It's weird because like I know for Cameron, he's like happy that they expanded on the universe, and I am too. But at the same time, like I do geek out for like it feeling more like him stalking people. Like I know, I don't know. Like that's why I enjoyed Prey and Predator because it's just like something is out there killing you. I mean, I know what it is, but there's something fun about just like somebody getting chased around. I don't know what it is.
It's funny you
So.
say that because part of me is like, I feel like it might work like once, but like, how do you continue that story? Because like to me, this feels like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm. It's like there's one classic, and then everything else is just garbage that can't figure out how to repeat the success.
Mm,
So to me, I do want to watch Prey, but like Cameron said, if it's like more of like the first one, it's like, well, you already did this version of the movie best. So it's like I like
so
Badlands partially because any movie with a colon in the title like is usually not good. I don't know why. It's
well,
like
so
Resident Evil Revelation.
I'm
So
I mean I'm
any
more. I'm more into the horror aspect. Like you mentioned it, you did
Yeah,
compare it to like a lot of slashers, and that's what it feels like. This one leans pretty heavily into sci-fi, and I've
and
told you,
action, I would argue. I mean, like,
well, action, yeah.
yeah,
It
action sci-fi, yeah,
um
adventure, maybe. Yeah,
it almost feels like almost like a Marvel movie. Like it kind of
yeah.
teeters into that
No, no,
almost.
and I give that to you. And it's weird because like part of me is like I guess I'm just not the biggest Predator fan, period. So it's like I
Mm.
like the first Predator, but I also think it's like really corny and cheesy. So like this movie kind
Oh,
of worked for
totally.
me. What's that?
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
Totally
yeah.
corny
So
and
like
cheesy.
this movie kind of felt corny and cheesy at times, but I was also like, it doesn't take itself seriously. It's 90 minutes. It's not offensive. It's just like
Yeah.
perfectly good down the middle. But I guess that's yeah, that was I was kind
And
of surprised. The rating, I was surprised by the how long it is. It just breezes by.
And
I was
I already
like,
mentioned this too. It reminds me a lot of Chronicles of Riddick and Pitch Black. I don't know if you've heard of those,
yeah,
Cameron, but they're Vin Diesel movies, and it this is so much like those. It's
yeah.
just geeky sci-fi movie about a guy with a bunch of aliens on the planet, and he like befriends one of the creatures, and there's like I don't know. It's interesting.
So yeah, for me watching this movie, I watched it first, and I was like, you guys should watch it because I enjoyed it. And me and my wife watched it, and we had a good time. We fell for that stupid little creature. I was like, I'm sure they'll make plush babies and Funko Pops of that little ugly cute baby thing, but which turned out to be the
Talking
baby
about
of
the
the
spider monkey
monster.
looking thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It turned out to be but like when he's getting ready for bed and it's watching him and it's like mimicking him and it's stretching and I just thought that was really funny. My wife and I were really laughing. And then like he grabs like a little stick with a little fire in it because he's brandishing his sword. It's just like so cute. Like ugly, cute things are just really cute, I guess. So, but yeah. So that would be my favorite thing is that cute little thing. And then the other thing I loved about this was, like I said, the movie just like breezes by and it gave you everything. It just felt like a contained story. And I know it's part of some bigger thing, but it didn't feel like like other than you mentioned Cameron, like seeing Predators like upbringing. It's like, oh, okay, so like, yeah, they just value hunting and stalking. So it's like they're just hunters. They go out and gather skulls and prove their worth to their clan, right? And then, does that take away the significance? Like, because sometimes the mystery behind them makes him interesting. Like, they're just a killing machine, but then you're like, oh, but he's a sympathetic thing. Anyway, it's interesting. I thought it was interesting. It was a big risk. I think it paid off for him. So I liked it. Because I'm sure some people are like, it's better just to not know what they are. And I'm like, well, yeah, if you're rooting for Arnie. In this movie, you're rooting for the Predator. So it's good that
Well,
you understand his backstory. So, like, to me,
but I
it's like,
think
it just depends on what your story's trying to say and, like, who you're meant to root for. And this one, you're rooting for the Predator. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I wasn't rooting for the Predator in the original. I was rooting for Arnie. Like, unless you're like one of those weirdos, like eventually, like Friday the 13th, you're not rooting for
that's
Jason
me.
Voorhees until like the fourth or fifth movie where you're like, kill the teenagers, yeah. Whereas this
That's
one, I'm like,
totally me rooting
I
for the bad
know, no,
guys.
and it's funny because like the first one, you kind of want those kids to survive. They're not all annoying. There's a few annoying kids, at least from what I remember the first time I watched Friday the 13th. There are some annoying kids that die. But then
They're
there's some that you don't
sinners. They
want. Like the
deserve to
final
die
girl, she's
type.
endearing and you want her to win. Whereas like they haven't made a recent Friday the 13th movie where any of them are sympathetic or any of them you root for. In this movie, you do. You root for the predator. How about that? So, anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on this because I've seen so many people say like they didn't like it for the reason that it spoils the mystery surrounding the predator. And I'm like, but here's my rebuttal. It's like, is this all predator aliens or is this just one
Who's
little
saying that though?
planet of
Because it
predator
has
aliens? Is
really
this
good
one little
reviews.
grouping? What's that?
It has really good reviews, so I'm just wondering who's saying that because
Oh, I
it's
don't know. Like I guess
okay.
like um and again, this is probably just like geek culture where it's like you hear like a few of the YouTubers that are like, this isn't good for these reasons. And I'm like,
Mm.
it's your opinion or whatever. Maybe you're just not satisfied or whatever. But
But
like,
it seems like universally though, it's pretty liked.
yeah, no, it's pretty well received. Yes, it's got good reviews, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it. But it also feels like, is this movie not made for me? But I was like, no, I think there's something for everyone in this movie. It's pretty violent. It's pretty remarkably
Yeah,
violent.
that's why
But
I
I'm
was
like,
surprised when
as
it's
long
you
as it's
said it was
not the
PG-13.
blood is not red, we can decapitate and
Yeah.
slice open as many. And these are humans. These are all robots. It's like slicing and dicing, decapitations, and arms and limbs flying off. It was crazy. But anyway, so
I like the
Jordan, what about your two favorite things?
I just like the universe of like oh, what was another movie like this? What was the one where she's raising a duck and it's a robot?
Oh, Wild Robot.
Yeah, wild robot. So I like everything's like it's like dog eat dog. Everybody's eating each other and killing each other.
Yeah,
And then
constantly.
I like this when they come to the planet, it's just like everything is killing each other and it's just kind of a fun universe. And then obviously the rules. There's like, oh,
What are
you
the
know,
rules?
yeah, it's just the the film does that really well of like obviously show don't tell, but the like you see the plants, it's like little spikes and just in the other little creatures, there's like little things you learn about the universe and you get to like not just live in it, but like understand it, very simply. It's just like, oh, this like, oh, ouch, grass is sharp. Don't walk through that. Just weird stuff like that. And you're like, oh, that'll come into play later. So
Mm. Yeah, good use of callbacks for sure. How about you, Cameron? What are your two favorite things?
Was that your two things, Jordan?
yeah, I said, yeah.
Yeah, I think my first favorite thing is just kind of like what I already mentioned is the fact that I thought I was enjoyable learning kind of their backstory, and especially because I think even if they would have just done like his brother being like, in order to prove yourself, you have to go on this hunt, I would have been like, okay. But I think like the stakes of it, you just become more invested in him personally. Like it just kind of creates that underdog story where it's like a little bit of like the Rocky, where it's like, oh, he's counted out, and people like don't believe in him or telling him that he can't do something like that, like it makes me want to root for him more. Versus like if he would have just been like, you have to do this to get your honor, I would have been like, I mean, sure, I guess I'm rooting for you, but then the fact that like his brother sacrificed his life so that his brother would have like a chance of being accepted into the clan, it just made you more invested in him personally, and you're like, okay, this like needs to go well. And I also like that they just kind of jump straight into it. Like right after, as soon as like he gets away from his brother, like or his brother like sets the ship off, it like immediately gets into him trying to like explore and find the monster, which I thought was really fun. And and then my second favorite thing was I was like genuinely like pretty impressed with uh the action. At times I was like, oh, that's so dumb that they're not going to reuse or like he's going to have no weapons the rest of the thing. But I enjoyed that he kind of used the surroundings and essentially created like homemade versions of all the weapons that he was like decently familiar with,
Mhm.
except using the like his surroundings. And I felt like that also made it even more like understandable and reasonable as to why he was better equipped to use those things, because it's like I literally like crafted these weapons, so of course I'm going to know how to use them better.
Yeah.
And then I also just obviously loved, I'm always a big fan of revenge, and especially when they just like they don't spare him. I was so worried that he was like, he's experimenting and you can rule, or you can be joined in our
Like, don't
company.
worry. I will rule after I get your head.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, brother, you're on your knees with like the trap, like the red trap that's like similar to like Across the Spider Verse. I'm like, yeah, there's no way you're getting out of here alive.
Yeah, and
Especially
I like,
do
oh,
that to his brother, who like he cared about a lot.
for sure. I like how what you said, Cameron, about being resourceful too, because like if you think about a predator like an ultimate killing machine, I like how he's like you said, crafting weapons and just like his own surroundings. Like he's quickly able to figure out how he can manipulate and use this environment he's in, this totally new environment, and use like things that'll come to his advantage, right? Because like you think about it, it's so funny because when you watch the original Predator, you see like Arnold Schwarzenegger at the beginning with all of his platoon, like they just like mow people down. You see them in action, and then you see this other predator come out of with alien space technology that's just like hunting all of them. And so like, oh, by comparison, you're like, this is a much better stalker, and hunter. Where I find interesting here, where the environment is almost trying to kill him constantly, but then he is able to turn that on its head and use it as a weapon. I think is kind of cool because I mean, arguably, I think it's cool, like in the movie Predator, where it's like you see what the commandos are working with and all the weapons they have, and then you see like he's got some new tech, he can camouflage invisible. So, but part of me is like, yeah, but like even as a writer, you're like, okay, so the alien has technology that's like way beyond. It's like, does that really make him a good predator, or is he just a spoiled kid with really good tech, you know? Like, and so I'm just saying this one made him a little more resourceful is all. Because like, oh, I can go invisible. It's like, you little dweeb, you're not even a good hunter. You're not a good predator.
Well,
Like,
even
you have
his
good
even
fancy
his
toys.
dad
You're
did
like
that.
Draco Malfoy with a Nimbus in 2001. That was a weird poll, but you're
But
not a good seeker.
even his
Okay.
when he was challenging his son, it's
At
like
least no one had to buy their way in, is what I wanted to say. But anyway, sorry.
he had to resort to like essentially using the technology advantage because he knew that his son was like like had become technically like more sound and better than him and had the advantage. And so then him like starting up the ship so that he could see it like reflecting off of his suit, I thought was really like showing kind of like you're talking about how it's like how resourceful he is and how he's become a better predator. Also, probably just as he's like, I'm
He's a
sure the
better
dad has
predator.
hunted for who knows how long the predators live, but like much longer, and is also probably older and a bit slower.
Predators kind of remind me of cats though, because cats kind of like to play with their food. You know, they don't just like kill people right away. They kind of like mess around with them and, you know, see how good.
Well, it's also very clearly in their culture that respect and honor is like super important. So I think also being able to show other people like I'm so much more powerful than you. I think like that dominance is something that is important. That you don't necessarily just like, oh, I barely won. You have to show like I destroyed him and like I'm so much stronger than you. That's why I should be leader. But then I like that that's what like the callback of Wolf is like it's not necessarily the one who kills the most, it's the one who can protect the tribe the best.
Mm.
Hmm. Well, what do you think? Do predators grow and grow until they die, or or is he doomed to be a small little runt for the rest of his life? Like, I love how disappointed his father was. It was literally the Faramir and Boromir and whatever that king of
Yeah.
Rohan or whatever. Well, he's not the king, but he pretends to be the king, and he's always
Chicken
like,
eating.
"I have no son." Yeah, it's just like, jeez, why are you so evil? You literally reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Thought we were gonna hear Pippin singing Cloud and Shade or whatever. Well, Predator runs into the field of blade grass and exploding bushes and whatnot. So good stuff.
And I
Uh,
like too the father telling him like it's a weakness to stand up for your brother. I don't know why I like that.
yeah, he's
It,
like, you're being too pitiful. You're
it's
taking
such
pity on him.
it's
That's
like
weak.
it reminded me of an Invincible what's his name, Omni Man, the
Yeah,
Viltrumites,
yeah,
like just a ruthless culture.
yeah, yeah. Well, freak. So everybody, gotta get out and see this movie. It's good. Predator Badlands, even though it has a colon in the title. I'm telling you, it's good.
The only two you need to watch is Predator and then this one.
Pray.
And Jordan will argue and pray.
Yeah, yeah. Jordan, you pray. And there you go. Those are the
And,
three
well,
movies
and
out of the seven or eight.
if you really like Predators like an Aliens, then I like the first AVP. I mean, I like the second one as well because I'm a geek, but the it's fun.
Right. I couldn't really tell that you're a Predator fan, like behind you or anything. Like,
Oh wait, this dude, that's because I love the look of him. Is there something, dude, that those effects, like especially back in the day, they had like a legit practical effects of that. It's
Yeah,
so
just be sure
awesome.
to give him a kiss goodnight, Jordan. I think
Yeah.
was noticing. Dude, you need a tic tac is all I kept thinking every time he opened his mouth.
Yeah, the slime's coming out.
Oh.
Dude.
But would you rather be killed by Predator or Alien? I think Predator, because
Oh,
he's just
definitely
like,
Predator.
Predator,
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Because Predator
Alien
me out of my
just
misery because he's going to see me as like something to actually hunt. Whereas Alien's like,
Alien
oh,
keeps you alive and uses you as a freaking
he's like food or
incubator.
yeah. I'm like, um,
You're a baby maker.
yeah, bro. The people who survive the face huggers and then are like, yeah, I should be fine. Nah, I got ended right there. Yeah.
Oh no, it's
The
happening.
moment they're pulling the face hugger out of my throat,
Yeah, shoot me. Yeah, I don't care to be alive. I am.
absolutely not
That's
giving
good.
it pleasure.
Yeah, so I'll take that. And then what would be the most difficult thing for you guys to face on this planet? For me, sharp grass. Sometimes I'm walking outside and like the grass is just sharp, you know, and you get like a weed or something that's just a little too sharp and you're like, "Ooh, that didn't feel pleasant." So, sharp blade grass would
Especially
definitely be my biggest weakness.
especially in California, for whatever reason, the grass in California sucks. It
Yeah.
hurts. I don't know why. It's like
It
sharp.
gets there.
And
It's California grass.
Wisconsin
For
grass
me,
is
it's anything in the ocean, like a shark or
Oh my gosh, if you're in the water, yeah. Mm-mm.
like watching that movie, the one with the girls getting like put down by the crane, bro. Absolutely
47 meters
not.
down.
Oh yeah,
No,
dangerous animals.
yeah, dangerous animals.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
getting lowered into the
the moment
water. Yeah.
he places me in that water, I'm shoving my face under the water and swallowing as much water as fast as I can. I'm not giving this shark the satisfaction.
Did we review
No.
dangerous animals on this pod?
Uh-uh.
Oh, oh. Anyway, I do rather like Jack Courtney in that one. That was good. It's his best role, I think, so far.
I'm not sure that there's like a worse torture than being like slowly dropped into freaking shark infested water and you just have to
Oh,
hold still.
no, not even
Just
that, but
he
also
cut you
like
just so
if
you
he
can start
cuts you
bleeding.
first, you're like
Yeah,
bleeding out, and you know that the sharks are like, well, no, I'll
Jonah.
take a bite, I guess.
Don't
Yeah,
mind
that
if I
was
do.
awesome.
And that's
I
like almost the worst part because I almost wish that like if sharks were human hunters, then at least they would like make sure that you're dead and kill you all. But that's a problem is sometimes like if they realize that you're not actually fish, they could have just like bitten you to pieces and they're like, oh, it's not actually fish, and they'll just swim away and let you bleed to death in the water.
Just
It's like
like,
have the
bye,
mercy of the
sorry.
job.
Well, they say that a lot of people actually don't die from the shark attack. It's actually the gunk from the
In their
infection. You get like
teeth.
infected, yeah, because there's
Mm.
gunk in their teeth, and so you get all that bacteria in your leg, and then you die of like infection.
Golly, this is why I don't go in the ocean like ever. Jeez. Yeah, oh my gosh. Well, you mentioned in the water, Cameron, you guys got to see Iron Lung. Oh my gosh.
And no
See it.
spoils.
Yeah, yeah, you got to see it. Anyway, how about
Would we
anything?
recommend? I think especially if you're like a sci-fi fan at all, I think it's like a really fun like B film. It's nothing like super extraordinary, but it's just overall enjoyable.
Yeah, it's hard to not
This is
yeah.
coming from someone who thinks sci-fi is a very overrated genre. So
And you have a ton of sci-fis in your top 100. Get out of here,
yeah, but
dude.
they're like excellent sci-fis.
Oh my gosh.
One thing I thought like,
Oh, but you liked Dune and Blade Runner 2049. I'm like, because they're directed by Denny.
yeah, how many times can you say robots
Is
feel just like we do? How
is
many times can I take this?
is his other film in your top 100? The one with
Arrival.
Arrival?
No, I think it's in my like maybe my top 200, but it is really good.
Okay.
Yeah, you know
But
what
that's
I
like
liked about this
barely even
sci-fi
an
movie?
alien movie.
It's not the first movie to make me
Whatever,
think,
it's
oh,
literally an
should we
alien
care
movie.
about cyborgs as human beings? Like, this is a sci-fi movie that didn't do that. Thank you. I'm tired of being asked the
It was
question.
saying, should we care about predators as human beings?
Yeah, instead, we're asked, should we care
The,
about this ugly,
the
unforgivable alien that's caused mass
the other
genocide
reason
across
I
all
love
types of species and ecosystems?
the other reason I love like the some of the other Predator and Prey is because it's like set in our world and then he comes to our world. So there's like somewhat more of a ground of reality and then there's just like something out of water that shows up in our reality. And I like Prey because it's like it takes Predator but just goes further back in time, which I think is super fun because it's like it's just a creative way to tell it, in my opinion. The 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 story of Predator. So
I think this kind of did well, it's funny because I guess Predators has always been like action sci-fi anyway. Because like I said, like, oh, it was genre
And
bending,
comedy
but
when Arnold was in it.
yeah.
They got you pushing too many pencils.
Exactly. So like
Son of a
I just
b.
realized like I guess they're just sticking to the roots, but they're like, well, what if we told it from the predator's perspective? But in the end, I'm like, this particular predator, you root for him, you
No,
hear his
it's
story.
fun. It's a different angle. I'm
Yeah,
just saying the reason I like the other ones. That's all I'm saying.
There wasn't enough practical gore for Jordan, that's for
That's
sure.
true. There isn't like
yeah.
any
How do they get all
practical.
that blue and green neon gunk and blood?
But what's his name? The director. He tells good stories. Like I mean, 10 Cloverfield Lane's a great example. He's just good at telling stories.
It's characters, characters, characters. How many times have I told you this?
Yeah,
It's
he
all about
knows it,
characters and
and he does
story.
it right.
Yeah.
Like I hope he keeps getting work
Yeah, it
because
gets
he's
me
great.
vested in these people, you know. I'm like, I care about this person, you know.
Yeah, he's a good
Even though I
writer.
can't understand him, he's just like, I'm just like, I care deeply about this crazy alien. You are a tool. Good
But it
stuff.
seems like they're building the universe also. Last thing I'll say is for more another AVP. It
Yeah.
looks like
Yeah. They
because
had the
the
corporation, Wayland
robots.
Corporation or whatever it's
Yeah,
called. And they had like those robots, I assume, are from Alien, right? Like,
yeah,
because that was never a Predator thing.
yeah,
Not enough milk coming out of her face or mouth, right? She should have had more milk. Oh, I just had milk. You know what'd be funny though? They should do like a scene where they're drinking milk and then it cuts them and it's like, "Bruh," it's like milk coming out, but it's also the
yeah.
white.
The gallon challenge or whatever. He's just like
Yeah.
vomiting for like 10 minutes straight.
Ah. But yeah, she didn't annoy me. For a second there, I'm like, oh, it reminds me of Shrek. It's like you have a big lumbering guy and then you have a small talking, sidekick. I'm like, it's literally Shrek.
Yeah, she doesn't stop talking. She's just talking,
Yeah, she
talking.
just talks a lot. It's like Donkey. And then
Donkey.
Donkey. Anyway, Donkey.
You used to say redonkulous all the time
Me
after the fourth one came out. Yeah.
after the fourth Shrek came out.
Yeah, because you used to say that redonkulous in like all your letters when you're on your mission.
That's redonkulous. Dude, that's crazy. I don't remember ever saying that.
You said it a lot
I
because
said
after you saw that
redonkulous.
movie. Yeah.
Dude, that's redonkulous, man. Wait, I said, is that in Shrek or is it just
Mm-hmm.
like,
They say it
oh,
in the fourth one.
oh, redonkulous?
It's okay. You
But
forgot. I
no, but
remember
I've
for
never,
you.
I don't think I've ever seen Shrek 4 though.
It came out like right before your mission, so I'm pretty sure you saw it.
I
Oh,
know I've
actually, I
seen
know
one
you
and
did because
two,
you had
and
a
then I saw
copy of it.
three with the crying babies, and that was really
You had,
uncomfortable. And then,
you had a copy of it on your computer. That's how I knew you saw it.
well, I may have owned it, but I never watched it, at least not to my knowledge. Because I know the premise. It's the Rumpelstiltskin one, right? Where you can make
I
a
think
wish.
no, it's basically the what's the movie you love, the black and white one? Both of you have it in your top 100. Um It's a Wonderful Life. It's literally just a Wonderful Life, but in Shrek. Because
You
he's
think they
like
might have
basically
jumped
like
the shark with Shrek?
he he's like I wish I was never born or whatever, and they like show his life without his family, and then he's like, "Ah, I want him back, and then he gets his family back. Because the
I
witch lady, she
I
can
know
like
for a fact I have not seen this movie,
because the
so
witch lady, she can like do spells and stuff. She like
yeah, I know
remember,
for a fact I have not seen this movie then. Because the third one, he's like, "What if I hadn't gotten married?"
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because he's like regretting being a
Or maybe
father.
that's the third one then. I don't know. Whatever. There's like too many of them.
All I'm saying is, I don't think Shrek was my personality. I'm trying to defend the redonkulous. I'm like, I actually think that was something that my friend Ron used to say, and so I just copied it from him.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came from him. But anyway,
Anyways,
anyway,
long
so
side tangent. All right, back to
yeah, no, I know. I just had to defend it because I'm like, did I develop redonkulous from Shrek? I don't
I
think so.
assumed it was from Shrek because I
No.
got home and like I got your computer and you had that movie. There was only a couple movies on your computer and that was one of them. So I assumed.
It's probably one I meant to watch. I own three movies. These must be Ty's favorite movies.
Well, because you kept saying I watched it and then you kept saying redonkulous in your letters. So I was like, he had to have just seen it because that's literally
Just
one of
have
the
seen it.
phrases he
That's
says.
really funny. I think I was just yeah. It's hard when you learn Spanish and you're like, I don't remember how to what's English. Anyway, Um, let's share what we've seen lately. Cameron, you seen anything? Because I haven't seen Jack squat, and Jack left town. So,
All right,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're almost done with The Punisher. We have I think 2 episodes left. And
So
then
tell me season two thoughts.
I mean not even close to as good as season one, but
Agreed.
the issue is, it's funny because season two, it's like it started off trying to be like this side plot with this girl character who was so uninteresting and so
Yeah,
annoying, and every
yeah.
time she was on screen, she was just a terrible actress, and her
But
character was so unlikable.
the
And
concept and idea of him having to protect somebody, I like. I think
yeah,
it was terribly
yeah,
executed.
yeah, but the problem is there was a side plot that initially was a side plot, and then now like it's pretty much become the main plot because everyone was like, okay, this is what everyone actually cares about, and so they've
Mm,
literally just like started to ignore the main plot because so essentially the plot, Jordan, is that Billy Russo is getting like rehabilitated, and then he's like trying to figure out what he did, or like who did this to him, and then he figures out that it was Frank that did to him, and he's like trying to figure out why did he do this to him, and then Frank creates
mm.
like his own group of like essentially gang. He creates like a gang that just like kills essentially they're just like a bunch of like it's just his own little militia. And
The other problem I had with it was the dude with the mask. I couldn't understand anything he was saying. He's
yeah, see, I
like,
mean, I watched with subtitles, so it was too bad for
oh,
me.
okay.
But no, yeah, it's not even close to as good as season one, and it's like it feels a little bit like they were like season one was so successful, we have to continue this because season one is just such a tight knit story, and then season two is like, how can we get more of John Bernthal murdering people? Which I
Mm.
mean, every single time that there's an episode with a lot of him murdering people, it never gets old to me. I'm like, this is amazing. But yeah, nowhere near as good as season one. But I'm hoping that the season will still finish strong. But the ending of season one is literally perfect. What he does to Billy is the most insane thing ever.
It's a
Like
great
the
first
way
season.
he's, dude, and him dragging his face across the glass. He literally smashes this guy's face into glass until where it's like partially shattered, and then he drags his face along part of the shattered glass. And
Well,
the
that
worst part is they're not even like showing you how it's cutting him. You just see his face like sliding like this on the mirror, and then you just hear him like blood curdling screams. This is a dude who's like been a badass like the entire show, and then he's like like it
well,
literally sounds like a kid being tortured. It's insane.
but that's how he gets his nickname, because he's the main villain. It's Jigsaw, because his face is all like screwed up. Yeah.
Okay.
and then
He's
and
from
then he
the universe.
imprisons people, and then he wants them to appreciate the second chance at life. So he puts them through
I know that's
torture.
the funny part. It's the same name from Saw. Yeah.
But
But
I want to play a
but yeah,
game.
but so yeah, we're excited to finish it, and then we also need to start get back into
so
Jack Ryan.
I need to know now, Cameron, that you've seen first season. Does he make your cut in your top 10 favorite superheroes?
Uh, the problem is to me he's not even a superhero. He's like
Yeah.
that's the problem, and I get it too. They wanted to make it feel super grounded so that anyone could watch it, and it's just more of like a military show. But I feel like that's the hard part for me. I wish if he would have had some super soldiers like serum or something like that, and doing things that like okay, that's just straight up not human. Then I felt like I would have felt more like he's a like he's a superhero, but like he literally just feels like I'm watching 13 hours. It's like
Yeah.
it feels like an
Well, how
actual
does Batman
US.
make the cut then? He's not a superhero.
Yeah, good point, Cameron. Come on.
Yeah, but he's the goat, so come on. Um,
Because he's Batman. That's
yeah.
messed
Because
up.
I'm Batman.
Because he's
Um,
Batman.
Because I'm Batman.
Plus, also, there's a lot of like more like theatrical elements to Batman that makes him, and he has like themed villains and stuff like that. Whereas the Punisher, he's like a dude who the only thing superhero about him is the fact that he wears a Kevlar vest that has a soul on it. And it's like, and then the rest about him is he just loves murdering bad people. So I'm like, not really a superhero, but I mean, I guess because I'm like, at least Batman's dressing up like a bat and then like using batarangs and stuff like that. The Punisher is literally just he's literally just a US Marine who is like killing people. But and then we're almost to at the end of season 4 in Parks and Rec. So kind of cruising through that. Leslie's in the middle of her campaign. And then what else? And then and then I'm excited to. I want to potentially show Allie the bear just because of in season one, Jordan, the the guy who like plays a big part in who's the other. He's like kind of behind the scenes like hacker guy in season one. He plays a huge role in the
Mm.
bear. Um, and then I watched A Knight's Tale, which I'd never seen. It was in, I think it's in like Drew's top, like top 50 or whatever. And so
Yeah.
I had to watch it. He's a huge Heath Ledger fan, and so I was like, I got to see what all the hype's about. First off, was not what I was expecting. I was expecting like a gladiator vibe, and then it's like 20 minutes in, and it's like a complete comedy. I was like, oh, I was like, because I just figured also with the like name A Knight's Tale, and I saw it was Heath Ledger, and I read like a little bit of the description. I'm like, oh, it seems more like a gladiator, where it's like this like peasant
And
making
even
his.
even the
Uh,
cover has like a serious Heath Ledger
yes, I
face.
know. That's the thing. That's what I
It
was like
doesn't
expecting.
set the tone. Like if he had a
Yeah,
little smirk, it would be far more accurate. Instead,
yeah.
he looks very serious, and you're like, this movie takes itself seriously. And then like the first 5 minutes, like, oh, he's going rank in his suit and armor. It's like all suit. It's so funny. Like
Well,
you're
and
like,
it's
this
doing
is
the Queen music too. You're like, what the
I
fuck?
know the that was what was
The
hilarious too, like the
Rocky.
rock music and everyone's doing that. I'm like, what am I watching? It like took me out of the film at first, but then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm so in for this. It was like a self-aware Princess Bride. It was just it was so weird, but it
Mhm.
was funny. Yeah, and it was overall really enjoyable. Um, and I just loved the. I was surprised. I can't think of like another time where I've seen Vision. What's his name? And
Mm.
It's
uh,
not Alan Tudyk or Tudyk. He's the other guy.
Bettany.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of another time that I saw him in like such a funny role. Like he would make occasional comments as Jarvis, like as like kind of funny, but like but to me, like 'cause when I see him in Beautiful Mind and all of the Avengers, like he's pretty serious. Like it's pretty
Mhm.
for me like rare to see him in such like a humorous role. But I was really impressed. He was hilarious,
Yeah, we don't
and
see him naked nearly enough, dude.
I was like, dude, that I knew that this movie was like so different than I was expecting. He's just like walking by himself or whatever, like naked, and they're like, what? Um, I also knew it was going to be a total like not serious movie as soon as they had the pirate from Dodgeball in it. I was like, oh gosh, they got him in here. What's his name? The ginger. Um,
He's really funny,
Alan
and
Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk, yeah.
Alan
there's a
Tudyk,
TV
yeah.
show, if you guys haven't seen it, he's in called Alien Resident or Resident Alien. It's pretty funny.
Mm. But yeah, so I was pretty impressed. Like it was a fun movie, and I mean, Heath is so charismatic and like charming. It's crazy. It's crazy that he wasn't like bigger. I know he was like still in like 10 Things I Hate About You in The Dark Knight, but like I'm just surprised he wasn't more of a heartthrob.
Well,
Um,
he was like literally peak like Joker, but I
yeah,
wonder if it's because of his death, but I honestly feel like he would have probably been like, right?
yeah, I feel like he probably would have continued to be
He
even
he
more
was only
popular.
what was he, 28 when he died or something like that? He was no
Yeah, he
older than
was pretty
32.
young. Yeah,
So he's like low 32 to 28 years old and died, I think, like
yeah,
way
but
too
but
young.
yeah, so yeah, it's I mean every single time I see him, it's also so crazy. I can't see him smile without seeing the Joker smile. It's literally insane. Every time he does it, it's just the parentheses, and it's just such a
Yeah.
wide smile. And I'm like, Joker, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, and then I finally finished the Pokemon movie, and dude, it's so freaking good. Are you kidding me? Literally, whoever was writing Mewtwo's lines, like the final line that he has, he's like, I see now that the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant, and it is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are. I'm like, isn't this for children? Like, also, like the song that they played, like Brother to Brother, that was such a good song. It's also just like so 2000s to have just like a randomly great song that was made for the movie that you're like, why did a band actually just go this try hard and like make such a good song for some random child movie? Um, and then I also watched The Cat Returns, another Studio Ghibli movie. It's so funny that like the letterbox reviews for it are like very much kind of my shock is like they're like every every Studio Ghibli movie makes me question like whether I'm being the best version of myself. and then there's the cat returns that asks the question like, if a cat was charismatic enough, would you marry him? It's just like it is just such a different switch up. It's like the cat returns is just so much. It to me, it's just like him fully turning off like the messaging, and it's just like, hey, I'm just gonna show you my world building and storytelling and make just the weirdest story where a girl saves a cat's life, and so and that cat was the prince of the cat kingdom, and so the king wants that girl to marry the cat prince. It's like, it's the silliest concept ever, but it's still like pretty fun, and they've got they got Anne Hathaway to do the voice of the girl, and then it's also got Tim Curry. He's the king, and so it's just silly and fun. But overall, like still solid. And then
Tim Curry's the bomb.
yeah, and then the last one I watched was um the when Marnie was there, which is another Studio Ghibli, and at first I kind of struggled to get into the world, and I was kind of like, because it felt like Midnight in Paris, because like she keeps having, you can't tell if she's having dreams, but she keeps interacting with like this girl who used to live at this mansion in like this town that she's living in, and she's like going to all these old timey parties, and you can't tell if like the girl's real or like is she dreaming or is she going back in time. um but then like the final message overall is like just really good, and I mean, per usual, just Miyazaki's like, and I'm pretty sure that one's Miyazaki. And the other thing is that the Cat Returns is, I'm pretty sure, isn't Hayao Miyazaki. Um, oh no, that yeah, no, that one's Hiroki Morita, and then but I'm pretty sure that let me make sure that when Marnie was there. Oh no, yeah, when Marnie was there isn't Hayao Miyazaki, but it's still Studio Ghibli. Um, and so I think that was also the thing that kind of caught me off guard is it was just like much different, like not even a totally different vibe, but overall still really enjoyable. And like the Studio Ghibli just does such a good job of making such like real people, and also I felt like the relationships in Studio Ghibli movies just feel more like real. I don't know. It's just it's also just like much more organic interactions, because I feel like sometimes movies are like, we need to show you that the parents like are neglectful of the child, so like we're gonna have a scene where they neglect the child super obviously, and it's like, is that like super commonly happening? But I just feel like I don't know, and also just the animation is just so beautiful. But
I know why you had so much time to watch all these movies is because you don't play video games anymore. I know it's like you used to play Fortnite all the time and Spider-Man, and now you don't.
yeah, I mean, I've never been super like, I'll occasionally play like video games for social, but yeah, when there's less people asking me to get on the video game, I'm much less on the video games.
Yeah,
Um,
because you've been cranking through these shows. Nerd.
yeah, I know, I'm pretty excited. I only have, I think, let me see how many Studio Ghiblis I have left.
Well, I feel like I can't even keep up with you, which is like so foreign to me. I'm like, who are you?
Yeah, I only have one, two, three, four. I only have eight left. So I've watched 16 of the 24 Studio Ghiblis.
Wow,
And
it's
then
crazy.
like, well, there's technically 25, but there's like a new one that was, it's literally like an abomination, and it's like a different animation style, and I'm pretty sure it's like post Miyazaki handing it off, and it's like a 2.4 on Letterbox, and it's like a 4 on like
Did it
IMDb.
just come out?
It came out decently recent. I'm trying to remember what the name of it is.
Oh,
um
interesting. I haven't even heard of this.
it's called Earwig and the Witch. See, like, and
Oh,
it came out 2020, so during COVID. So I guess maybe before, or it was like in the process, and every like all of the letterbox reviews are like absolutely dying to know what Hayo thinks of this. And then people are like, at least Cars 2 had a decency to finish its story. And it's like I've seen commercials with the general insurance that look better than this. So it's just like an abomination, but it's technically Studio Ghibli. But so I'm not gonna watch that because I'm not gonna put myself through that torture. But so only eight more to go. But yeah, I'm loving it.
It's crazy. Studio Ghibli, awesome. Anything you're looking forward to, Cam?
Yeah, just finishing Punisher and Parks and Rec, and then I'm kind of wanting to show Allie the bear. but there's just so many different shows I need to watch. That's just it's hard to keep up. And
Jordan, how
then
about you?
mixing in a Studio Ghibli like every other day too.
Yeah.
Ah!
Jordan, how about you? What do you watch lately? You see anything?
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I'll
Jordan watched one of the Studio Ghiblis that I recommended.
actually, so two movies. Okay, now my voice is echoing. It's driving me crazy. It's from Cameron's computer. That's okay, because he said it never happens, but it does happen. And it's happening now.
I did just hear it briefly, yeah.
Yeah, it's coming through Cameron's computer. That's okay. Um, so that's
I'm
why I
not
Why
hearing
is
wear.
it
any
his
echo at
fault?
That's
all.
yeah, but that's why I wear headphones because you're like it doesn't echo. Anyways, it's echoing now.
I'm still
Um,
not hearing an echo.
I
well,
don't
me and
hear it
Ty can hear it.
anymore. Yeah. Did he?
So anyways, going back to two movies fell out of my
He's
top
super
100.
chill about it.
Wait, this
No,
is interesting.
it's hard for me to focus. I can't
Yeah,
like
yeah. Hearing
talk
an echo is awful,
and
yeah.
I'm losing my train of thought because I keep hearing my voice through your computer. I'm just saying. So, anyways, so two movies that fell out of my top 100 were Planet Terror and Death Proof. I don't know. Maybe I just need to stop rewatching movies from my top 100 because I feel like at this rate they're all gonna fall out.
That's
Because
interesting, but I'm not surprised with Death Proof. That movie was dumb.
no, and I still don't think it's dumb.
No, I'm kidding.
I
But
don't know.
not
It's
really.
like even listening because I listened to our episode talking about our top 10 favorite directors and I'm like, oh man, like literally want to change and remove all of them. I
Oh,
just
really?
I just find different things interesting now because I'm rewatching old stuff and like while they are still enjoyable, they're just for me it's just like it was a classic, but I've seen it 1,000 times and I'm kind of want to watch different things. So,
See, I find that interesting you say that because I'll be honest, I don't find myself rewatching too many movies unless I'm watching with someone that hasn't seen it.
hmm.
Yeah, I
Because
almost
like,
never rewatch
yeah,
just to rewatch. It's
yeah,
very hard
yeah,
for me to do that.
yeah. Like,
Well, but you, Cameron, you rewatch your top 100 all the time. Like,
But showing people who haven't seen it.
yeah, but how can you watch that and like it not like slowly fall off your
no,
list?
sometimes when I
I just
show it with
think you're
someone
Loki
new, I can
becoming a
appreciate
movie
movies more.
hater.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I kind of
I'm
I
with
think
you,
you're
am.
not
Cameron.
enjoying like
Yeah,
anything that you watch. Like I don't think I haven't seen Jordan give a review like it's like once every month he gives a review above 3 stars.
It's true. I watched like 30 movies and like one of them is good. Yeah. Um,
sometimes I
anyways,
think Jordan's like, I have so many movies to get to before I die is kind of what Jordan's doing. So he's like, I have to watch all these movies. And even if he doesn't like them or knows he won't like them, like, you know what I've learned, Jordan? You can IMDb something and be like, that doesn't sound interesting and not watch it.
well, it's just a bummer because like even directors I love like Darren Aronofsky, I wasn't even like normally in the past I've been like I go to the theater, I watch his movie.
Yeah.
But now I'm like not even enthused because it's like they're so encapsulated of just like, well, we have to do these messaging and so
Yes.
like I can't get
And
past
this
that.
budget, there's like
Y-
restrictions, and you're like, make the man cook. Let the man cook, you know? And instead, it's
Yeah,
like,
just
it's
give them
got to
some
have this
freedom.
messaging. It's got to have a big budget actor. It's got to have this. It's got to have all these things. And you're like,
And well,
it's
and
never
Darren
about the art.
Aronofsky's his newest film, it kind of looked from based on the trailer, it looked like uh, a Guy Ritchie film,
Yeah.
and it kind of was. It still had his
Oh, is that
flavor in it,
the
but
biker one, right? Or like
hmm
the yeah, yeah. That one looked interesting only because I saw the trailer and was like, this doesn't look pretentious like Darren Aronofsky. Like it did look like Guy
see, but I
Ritchie.
love his pretentious movies. Like
I
I'm
cannot stand Darren
obsessed,
Aronofsky. The guy's an
dude. The
idiot.
whale
I'm
is
so
like
glad I'm not alone in this. There are many people that hate him, and I'm like, good, I found
I
my
don't,
community.
but the majority of people like him. So, anyways,
No, not the
uh,
majority.
yeah, they do
He'd
because
make
you
you
watch all
believe that
his
he is
no
loved
all.
by a
Well,
majority of
okay,
people.
well, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about his movies. They're all high rated. So
No, no, but that's a small group of critics that he's
no,
beguiled
if
into
the
watching
majority
his
of the people
movies.
that watch his movies, they're
They're
all high
awful.
rated.
Those movies are dumb. There's not.
Okay, well,
I've.
you're one of very few. Anyways, and all I'm saying, and getting back to this, is Caught Stealing. You would probably like it, Ty. And Cameron actually too. It's like a Guy Ritchie film, not quite as quirky and quick paced, but it does have like twists and turns and like people shooting and killing each other and
It
just
feels like I would enjoy it, but like some reason, one battle after another left such a bad taste in my mouth, I wasn't willing to watch it.
I know I need to watch that one still. And that see
Ugh.
that's another one is like I'm not excited about, which is such a bummer
Yeah.
because I like
No, Paul
love
Thomas
Phantom
Anderson.
Thread,
It was
love
miscast.
Punch
Leonardo
Drunk
DiCaprio
Love.
was the wrong cast choice. That's just
Mm,
bottom line. He was just the wrong cast.
interesting.
It would have been
But
way
yeah,
cooler with John
Cameron, if you haven't
Bernthal
seen
or
Phantom Thread, Cameron, highly recommend that one.
I just am not a
Phantom
big
Thread.
Paul Thomas
I will give
Anderson
it to
fan,
you.
dude.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Phantom Thread is good. Well, no, that's Paul Thomas Anderson. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
No, I know.
No,
You were trying to convince me Darren Aronofsky is a good
I know, but
director. He hasn't made one good film.
you just said one battle after another. That's Paul
Paul Thomas
Thomas
Anderson,
Anderson.
isn't it?
Yes, and that's why I'm talking about Paul Thomas
No, I
Anderson.
know,
You're
I
like,
know.
why are you
Sorry,
talking about
but
him?
I for some
I'm
reason went
shook at
back to Darren
how many
Aronofsky for
people
that.
love the one battle after another. I don't know why. I'm just like so in the minority on that.
See,
I
but
just
that's what I'm saying
Wait,
is
you
like
did like
because
it, Cameron, or not?
no,
no,
I
I
didn't.
hated it.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it either. I was super
But that's
whelmed.
funny you said you didn't like it and you gave it like a 7 out
Yeah,
of
I'm pretty sure he
10.
gave it a seven. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
What's
give
a
it a
Well,
I
seven? Is
get
that 3.5 stars? Is that four?
yeah,
three and a half
I
stars
gave
is
it
a
I
7.
gave it a 2 out of 10.
Even
I gave it
okay,
1 star.
but you have to understand. Like, imagine like watching a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio del Toro, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. It should be a five. It should be a slam dunk, and the movie was just mid. And that's worse than making a movie that's so bad that it's good, or making a movie that's like a masterpiece. Like it should have been a home run. Even the concept I liked. I even liked the idea. Someone broke down the movie. It's like, this is Paul Thomas Anderson explaining how he felt disillusioned in the early 2000s from Barack Obama's presidency. Because what's her face represented Barack Obama and Sean
Well,
Penn represented Trump. And I just thought it was
the,
interesting. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then like Leonardo DiCaprio gets angry because like everyone's policing his speech and telling him he needs to say these certain words. And Leonardo DiCaprio gets angry. And it's like, it's literally Paul Thomas
it,
Anderson getting upset with like thought police now, where we have to be careful about what we say. And he's like, I was for the cause and you guys have pushed me out and you guys have shoved me out. And I'm like, that's interesting. So it's literally kind of like Paul Thomas Anderson venting about a lot of the things I hate about today. But the movie still fell flat with me. So
well, this film for Paul Thomas Anderson is literally like, um, oh, who's the guy that did Midsommar? Why can't I think of his freaking name?
Ari Aster.
Ari
Thank you,
Aster.
Ari Aster's film because his newest one, where,
Yeah, the
um,
Eddington, right?
yeah,
I wanted to see that, but also after one battle after
it's
another, I'm like,
literally one battle after another.
yeah,
I mean, based on what I've heard, I haven't watched one battle, but it's like so political and like and his view of what it was like going through COVID and
yeah,
all the politics and fighting and I just like got so much anxiety. It was like I was put back in COVID again. I was like, oh, kill me.
yeah.
I just I don't know. I've watched movies to escape and it's like, hey, let's embrace all the horrible things
I know,
people
but
hate
you're
about
not
each
watching
other.
like escapist movies. You're watching like garbage, Jordan.
Maybe.
You're wading through trash.
Well, speaking of, Cameron said that guy did the voice in that cat movie. What was his name? Tim Curry.
Hmm.
So I watched a movie with Tim Curry, but he only made a cameo at the very end. They had like a million different horror actors that I like, but that's the only thing it had going for it. The stream, it's not very good. Um, but uh,
But I want to hear what you thought of Porco Rosso.
Porco Rosso, I really liked it. It's not, it's weird because like there's a section of Studio Ghibli movies that I absolutely love. It's like the newest ones, minus that one you mentioned, but the newest ones. And then there's ones he did like before that, like, and those ones like I can't. I had the hardest time getting through them. Like I couldn't get through the Castle in the Sky, and Porco Rosso. I barely got through it. I was just like, it's okay. Like I don't know. I'm just not really digging these old ones. I don't know.
Oh, what's not to like about what's his name? Michael Keaton as the best fighter pilot in the world, and he's a pig. Like it's
It's
hilarious.
it's cute, but it's just like the other ones are like masterpieces and like all in my top 100, and these ones are just like, that's okay. It's just like less good versions of these new ones, you know. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I just it's not like my thing. I don't know. You know, I'm looking for the something. I don't know what.
Yeah, you guys are always calling me a sociopath. I think Jordan's not even feeling anything on all of it. Like, ah.
I just need a masterpiece.
Well, yeah, it's funny you say that, but I've actually been enjoying like watching some, well, some of them. This like one old trashy film called The Threat, and like it reminds me of Firewall. It's like these guys rob a bank and then they hide out in this person's house. But man, I don't know if the culture was different or something, but the guy like tries to attack the wife, like abuse her, and it was just like really the guy gets home and he stops him, but then he like slaps his wife, and it was like, what the fudge is like, like she was just abused by this dude, and
B
you're now
had
you're
it
slapping
coming.
her. Like I was just like, what the fudge? Like the times are different. But anyways, if that scene was
Wait,
not
the
in,
guy that came home saved his wife from being
uh,
assaulted and then
yeah,
slapped her
and then
after.
slapped her, and then continued to like abuse her, and I was like, what the fudge am I watching? Like the rest of it was good, but that scene, if you cut that scene, because that scene is just like, what is wrong with this culture? I don't understand. I
It's
don't
pretty
know.
crazy.
But the rest of the film was good because it was like really intense, like the like kidnapping the family and like they ransoming a baby and stuff, and you're like, oh fudge.
Dang.
But anyways, I was just bummed because it like was set up to be a really good thriller, and then that scene, I was just like, oh man, you just knocked the movie down a peg.
Good stuff. Well, I'm embarrassed to say, but I haven't like watched anything since last week other than Predator Badlands. So it's the only movie I
Wait,
watched.
you mean like you like actually have to like work and have children?
I I am really excited to hear Cameron's thoughts about and me and Ty can hold off. I did watch. I'm almost done with Edgar Wright's new movie. So because
Yeah, we could do Running
With
Man
Running
next week
Man.
because I have a lot
Well,
of thoughts about.
it's my turn, Ty. Remember that?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
and
we
boy,
can watch something else, but yeah,
boy, have I been
we could
waiting
do
to
that like two
actually
weeks from
make a
now.
choice.
What was that?
Said, boy, have I been waiting to make an
but
actual
why
choice.
I am curious though, Cameron, why haven't you watched it yet? Because like you're just of us three for whatever reason these last like year you've been going to the theater so much, and like this is a director in your top 10, so I'm just like surprised you haven't seen it. I'm just
Bro,
curious.
you take the top 10 list literally as Bible. Holy.
Well, I'm just
I'll be
curious to know
honest,
why
Jordan.
you haven't
I
seen it
don't
as
remember
all.
who was in my
I
top of.
don't even know who's in my top 10 directors.
Eh, w-
And one of them is definitely going to
Daniel
get bumped out
Mann.
because Hayao Miyazaki is now going to be in there.
mm. Well, because Edgar Wright is pretty high on your list, and I'm just surprised that I just
Really, I felt like he was like maybe number 10.
maybe, but
Yeah, he's
We
he's
should.
number 10.
I
okay.
should go find
I
my
just
list. Yeah.
I thought you like really digged him, so I
I mean,
was
yeah, I like his movies and I
Oh,
enjoyed
speaking of
the
digging,
first
hey,
Running Man.
congratulations on 350 episodes, guys. Was that last week or this week?
congratulations.
Congratulations. You won. You did it. The podcast is over. I just meant like I saw it the other day and I was like, we should do another top 10 list because I think our listeners really appreciate those.
Do they? I don't know.
Yeah, I
What
don't know. Do you
um
listen?
well, and but the problem with top tens is like I said, I went back and listened to our old ones, and I'm like, oh man, everything's different.
No, see, but I think that's interesting. You know what we should do? After we have 10 top 10 lists, go back and say all of our wrong takes and all of our good takes.
I mean, I'm
Like
fine with
what
that if
holds
you.
up? Because I would be interested to see if it changed and be like, hey, we're gonna do top 10 favorite actors now, and it's like, and or it could be like actors of the next decade or whatever, of the
Well,
last
yeah,
decade.
it was funny listening to Cameron talk about David Fincher because I feel like he would like because before he was like, he's like a little too dark, and now Cameron's like, Hot Fudge, I love Seven.
I know. It's crazy. Well, we change, our circumstances change, the way we
Yeah, Cameron
view
slowly came to the dark side.
slowly. We corrupted him. Speak for yourself, man.
And now he's what is it? What's the guy that Wormtail when he puts the poison in the beard? He's slowly doing that to his wife.
Worm tongue, yeah.
Yeah,
Wormtail's
Cameron's
Harry
worm tongue.
Potter.
Oh, worm tongue. He's worm tonguing his wife.
Grieve it,
That
Yeah,
sounds weird.
it's still potentially up in the air what we'll review next week, but there's a chance that we'll do Silence.
What movie?
Jordan, you don't have to come on.
Ty's getting excited about it.
No, what movie?
Silence.
Silence.
Oh, the Martin
Martin
Scorsese.
Scorsese. Yeah.
I'd
I'll
rather
have to start
review
it
Killers of the
tonight
Flower Moon
to
again.
get it be finished by
Would you
next
rather
week.
review what?
Killers of the Flower Moon again.
I'll
Well,
have to
Jordan,
start it.
Jordan,
I'll,
believe it or not, this isn't your podcast, so you have no say.
yeah, Jordan, you know what I say. But Cameron, unfortunately, to watch Silence by next week, I'll have to start it tonight to get there. So
It's true. That movie's so
got
freaking long.
him.
It's
Well,
literally
and
2 hours and 40 minutes, but
it's
yeah.
2 hours
yeah.
and 40 minutes. Oh my gosh, I don't have that kind of time.
Or we could do internally, or is that on anything streaming? Let me see.
Eternity. Oh, is that the new one? Miles Teller and that one guy and Ashley Olsen.
Yeah, right now it's only streaming on Apple TV, unfortunately.
Oh, I have Apple TV. I could watch that. Can you guys watch it?
I mean, I've already seen it,
Well,
but
okay,
I'll be
we
honest.
can
I'm
discuss
just
this
looking at the
after the pod.
runtime and I'm like, I'll watch that over Silence.
okay, we'll
I know.
discuss this
Silence would
later.
be cool.
But
Well, look, yeah, we can
No,
just how about
Silence
we
would be
end
cool.
this and then we'll talk about what we were going to watch, or Cameron can decide later.
I think this is part of the pod banter. Now that people can see how the sauce is made,
And see how okay.
see how much time and effort goes into this. We just yell at each other until one of us concedes. Okay, fine, we'll do that one. Too many cooks in the kitchen, folks. Well, leave us an email at futuremovies at ugh, sorry, let's try that again. Leave us an email at futuremovies@gmail.com. We love you
Do
listeners. Leave
people
us a
even email
comment.
that just leave a comment in the section?
Leave us a comment. Right. Do people not write emails
Sorry,
anymore?
this is yours. This
Dear
is your pod.
Futuro
I
Hidden
mean,
Movie
I'm
Gems
sorry. Sorry.
podcast. I am a first time writer, long time listener, and I wanted to send you some money.
Actually,
Yes, we will take that money.
that's how we saw Beast of War. Somebody emailed me, so that was a great
Hey,
recommendation.
great email. See, that's why we
Yeah.
said carrier pigeon, letters, love it. I won't give you my address, but thank you. Um, well, let's say
peace.
goodnight to the lovely folks at home. Bye now.